West Jeff Hospital. They say cross the river. I said, where's the East Jeff Hospital? 99 on 100, it might not be ran at the swamp. And I feel sorry for the ones on that motorcycle to the left.
We should wait back. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Oh my God, it went.
Yikes.
That's cold, and it's blowing too. That wind is blowing. Lights change, right? There's some nice bikes of all the day, but I guess they are nice bikes. Ran over Alligator. Trust me, folks. It's the swamp area. Now, once we get to the swamp area, they got all in the yard. They got alligator, they got snapper turtle, they got nutria and everything in the yard. You can walk around. Hopefully it's not raining. You know, maybe it might stop before you get on the swamp, so we'll see. What make it rain, and why it rain, why it thunder, why it lightning, and they were telling me it would get so complicated. I changed station. I'm serious. I changed the station.
We're not in California anymore.
Like I said, if you have to go in there for any reason, you will find this out on your own. You will not need me to go in there with you. And also use $1. And we also have drinks in the ice chest in front of you, water, soft drinks, all the drinks is $2. Along the way, you can just help yourself. But again, I just want to stress the point to you, you will not have to bring it back here to me. I've seen it plenty enough already today, folks. If y'all just want to pass it around amongst yourselves, take pictures with it, that's fine with me. Like I said, one of the advantages that we have of giving tours at this location is the land along our right side is privately owned, and the land along our left side, and most of the land that we're going to see here today actually belongs to the government. It's part of the Jean Lafitte National Park, and because it belongs to the National Park, it is illegal for anyone to come back here and hunt the alligators that are found out here. If you want to back us up a little bit, I'm going to tell you about that in just a second. But off our right side, there's one swimming around back here. Let me back us up to it. Back here, folks. To be honest with you, folks, alligators just have this uncanny knack of being able to pick out the tourists from a group of people. It's really kind of amazing. Some of y'all are going to get, that's called cypress knees. The knees are the root system of the cypress tree. That's going to provide for the tree and will stabilize the tree. And as we make our way down these canals, you're going to see a lot of these knees sticking up along the edges of the banks here. Also, while you may notice all the tall grass that's out there, what that is that's marshland. And just a simple way of putting it, what marshland is land on top of water. Now, it may look like it's safe to get out and walk in. Some places out there might be. But for the most part, really, once you get out into the marsh, you're going to start to sink. The marsh is real soft and it is real loose. Come here, boys. Yeah, folks, keep in mind, I am trained professional at calling alligators. Alright? Don't just anybody give this a shot, okay? Come here, boy. Come on.
How big do you think that one is?
This one here, folks. First of all, I'm going to start you off. I'm going to give you an idea as to how you tell the size of an alligator while it's in the water. What you want to do is you want to measure the head of an alligator, folks. Because most of the time when you see them in the water, all you're seeing is just their head. So the hill-pop alligators that are out here, like we've mentioned about them being territorial. Well, folks, wherever you see the smoke will pop out for us. Come on, boy. Come on. Come on, boy. Come on. Alright, there's one up ahead of us here. Okay. About every 1 inch that you see in between there represents 1 foot of alligator. And that works no matter how big or how small the alligators are. That's how you tell the size of them while they're in the water. That's how we tell how big they are before we'll reach our hands down there to grab one. Oh yeah. Now folks, the cabinet you see here was really put out here to give you. Come on!
Grace. Is that one over there? Over here. Okay, in the front. Grace. Don't drop the bottle. Will you get by?
If you notice the canal running alongside the cabin, at the back of that canal there, a movie that you may be a little more familiar with was filmed, a movie by the Pelican Brief. The swamp scenes from that movie was shot back here as well. And actually, earlier this year we had 4 projects that were shot back here. The first one was a reality show on the Spike Channel about hunting. That canal marks the end of the private property. From the first canal that we came out of, this canal here, that's private. At the beginning of September, getting ready to start up the
swimming, it's slithering.
One of the purposes of the hunting season, folks, is to actually control the population of these alligators.
Oh, he's coming this way.
There's another alligator coming from the bank here along the right side towards us. So there's one in front of both, and there's one coming from the back side back here. Mother told us that years ago they would actually use the Spanish moss to fill mattresses, pillows, cushions, anything they needed to make softer, they would use these plants. And for those of you that may not be familiar with the moss, Spanish moss contains plenty of bugs, plenty of red bugs. They call them chiggers. So if you can imagine sleeping on that, you've ever heard the saying, don't let the bed bugs bite? Well, there you go. So before she would use these plants, she would have to kill them. And to kill the plant, what she would do is she would take it and she'd stick it in a bucket of water or a tub of water and let it sit there for about 3 weeks or so. Somebody had to make it back to tell the story, folks. I have a lot of practice at it. Well, while we're making our way through here, to give you all an idea as to the wind direction from Hurricane Katrina when the storm passed through here, trees along our left side that have fallen into the water. A lot of those trees were knocked down by Hurricane Katrina. And trees along our right side that have been uprooted, knocked over, and have gone into the bank. Just about all the trees along this right side here that you see that have gone into the bank were caused by Hurricane Katrina.
See, that used to be a tree there.
The wind direction as the storm went through here was from left to right. And with the trees along the right side, in most cases you're going to be looking at the bottoms of those trees, or the root systems of these trees here.
It's going that way, the wind.
Now earlier, the pouch of the alligator. And the reason that we know they're females, we didn't go out and check any pouches. Like we said, this is one of the old bayous. And folks, there is something unique about this particular bayou that you may find interesting. This bayou is the loneliest bayou in the world.
Bayou.
This bayou is called Bayou Self.
Oh, look at this storm.
And if you're wondering about the marshmallows, folks, we really did use marshmallows. Like I said, you can probably YouTube it or Google it. That's why we no longer bring the food back here with us. But as you can tell with some of the alligators, they're still used to coming to the boat hoping to get a marshmallow. Folks, marshmallows are a hard habit to kick. These alligators have to go to meetings now. Warming season is from January through March, and that's usually the coldest time of the year here. During this time, the alligators will dig themselves holes or dens, and they bury themselves up to their snouts so they can slow their heart rate down to about 4. So folks, you have out on Bourbon Street, you see one of these big alligators out there, you have been warned. They're usually up to no good. Some of y'all may have seen some of them already, just didn't realize that's what you was looking at. Some of y'all may be some of them and not even realize. We're going to kind of slow down right now while they're in the water by measuring the head. Then from the snout where the nostrils are to the middle of the thighs. Every 1 inch that you see between there represents 1 foot of alligator. This is about the size head of our big alligator, Joe. Some of y'all probably... You want to make sure that you hold him around his neck, okay? That way you can control whichever way he is going to turn. And also you want to hold his tail. This way he doesn't try to slap you around with it. Okay? Neck and his tail. He's just going to kind of sit here for you. Now keep in mind he does have teeth on his mouth, so he cannot bite you as long as the tape stays on his mouth. But because he has the tape on his mouth, while you're passing him around, if he starts to move around and make noise, please don't panic over it. He's portable, so y'all can pass him around the boat. He doesn't have to stay back here by you. Whenever you're finished with him, just make sure that you send him back here by direction. But we're going to turn around and we'll start to make our way back. I know once I pull out an alligator in the head, that usually everybody stops with me and starts. It hasn't done so already. The wrong way back, if you have any questions about it, you can post please come back here and ask. Or just
Okay, we're going back.
Not too hot over here. It's not too hot, huh?
That's freezing rain.
Did y'all see a lot of alligator?
Yeah, we did.
we appreciate it.
How nice of you.
I was driving. She wanted to get off. So I